Okay, I have a. Once I need to pull up the chat, that'll probably be smart. That'll probably be a smart idea. Probably be good is to pull up the chat. Coop, I am genuinely not sure. I can. Let me look and see here. Coop, you are on the dock. Let me see. You are. Well, I don't know what number you are though. You are number. Coop, you will be in the next stream. You will be in the next stream. Yeah, you should be in the next stream. As always, we're gonna give people side chicken. Hey Ava, and welcome again, Nucha. I see Nucha is as much of a no wife as I am because they're in every freaking stream, which is fair. I mean, that's completely valid. Yep. Yeah, so just give a comment for people to start showing up. And by no life, I mean getting a job is really fucking hard and it's making me want to cry. Is what I mean by no life, to be honest, but that's what it is. Yeah, if we're on this, then your game was ages ago. Fair enough. Yeah, there's room. Yeah, job market just sucks ass, especially in this economy. But it is what it is. Not gonna get too much into that right now, I guess. But yeah, let's see. A comedy podcast episode? Fucking never. I do not want to think about that. That would suck ass. Like, I want to think about that on my own time when I'm crying, not when I'm fucking doing a stream. Yeah, okay, we'll get started. So first game, we have Geo versus Black IE. I believe Geo it's his first or second game. This might be his. I don't remember. I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, yeah. One second. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was getting a ping on Discord. Anyway, let's get into the matchup real quick here. So the first thing I'm noticing is the Raikou is quite good into 2 best checks being weak to Ghost, so that's obviously very strong for it. In addition, I really like Shaman's matchup here. Outside the Heatran, not much really wants to come in on it very freely. And even Breloom and Heatran, which can... I mean, they're at risk of a 4-time super effective attack just blowing them back, which is really dangerous for Black IE. The variable also looks decent. It's not the best here, but it can always do work. I think a Bandit set would be pretty solid here. Especially because it outspeeds everything other than Swallow. I will say the Swallow is pretty decent here. Flying resist, Raikou, normal resist, Fortress. So I can definitely see it doing work. Like with a Toxic Orb Gut set. Quick Attack even out prioritizes Mach Punch or Vacuum Wave on Infernape. So if Infernape slow, you can maybe knock it out with that. And Breloom looks really good too. I mean, yes, you have Mesprit and you have a Swallow as your fighting resist, but Mesprit is kind of bullied by his team between Heatran and Rotom. And Swalot is, like, not a great Pokemon. I mean, it's okay, but it's not amazing. So, yeah, but I think I'm going to lean Geo in this matchup. Let's get right into it. Geo on the left, Black IE on the right. This is a Swallow lead. U-turn out. Is getting an Ice Beam crit on the Vaporeon, gets up rocks. This Mesprit's super low now, but he's got a quick Thunder Wave as Vaporeon's going to Baton Pass out into Quaidol. Quaidol can just spin here, obviously. Mesprit's going to fire off the Ice Beam. Do a good chunk to this Quaidol as Quaidol gets off the Rapid Spin. Imprison Mesprit so he can't use Stealth Rock. Now that's a heat tech. I love Imprison. It's so funny. And for those who don't know, Imprison is really shit in DPP. Whereas, unlike in, like, Modern Gens, where you can quick at a time and while Mesprit stays on the field, in DPP, if your opponent does not have a move that you have and you quick it, it will just fail. It won't start the effect at all. So, like, if, say, for some reason this Quaidol did not have Stealth Rock and Mesprit quicked Imprison, it would have failed. Your opponent on the field at the time you quick Imprison has to have a move you have as well, otherwise it just won't activate the effect. It's really shit in Gen 4, but it did work here. Just the move mechanics are so bad. And when Mesprit's going to get up rocks, Vapes going to Heal Bell. Get reparalyzed as Mesprit goes down to Surf. Pretty good work from Mesprit getting the damage everything in Powerless. Rotom Heat's going to come out on the Shaman. Shaman's going to Seed for it, do 75. Holy specs, Batman. That's what. Okay, one sec. That was not specs. I just did 75. What the fuck? This is the frailest Rotom of all time. They went down to HP flying probably for the Brave, but like that is the frailest fucking Rotom I've ever seen. It took 75 from Shaman. That's not even a boosting item. I guess it could be like Metal Plate, but still. Razzle's going to remove the rocks. Fortress is going to pay back for 45 here. Blackie's going to set the rocks back up as Fortress is just going to knock out with payback. What's going to come in? Heatran's going to come in. This will force out the Fortress. Unless Fortress stays in. Wow. It's just stay in, just spin. This thing has to be Aqua Berry if you stayed in there. But Earth Power. Now Flame Bird. Yeah, it's Aqua Berry, but obviously you're going down with. I mean, you have down for 56 even without this death drop. Swampert comes in. Free Switcher is going to get the. Dual Rockers, okay. Well, I guess the reason for Dual Rockers is because Mesprit wants to imprison them, and like Swampert can get out of the way. That makes sense. So it's gonna take Rocks here. He's gonna finally get poisoned. Raikou is the switch, taking 38 from U-turn. That's a pretty bulky Raikou then. Kang is the switch in here. Raikou's just gonna do only 38 with Thunderbolt, and Kang's gonna Toxic it. Kang's gonna restore. Whoa, left these in quick protects. It's gonna be racking up this damage. But Raikou's going to Calm Mind on this turn. Oh no. Vermal's gonna do 50, but Raikou is gonna go down this turn. Kang is doing a pretty good job there. In comes Infernape, he can just fire off a fighting move. Yeah, close combat to destroy this. He's just gonna come in, telegraphing Chople, and Geo's gonna scout for it. Go out to Swampert on the Earth Power. HP Grass will come out, but Swampert is Rindo. He is prepared for that. He's just gonna Earth Power and knock out the Heatran. In comes Swallow. Swallow's ice to Facade, yeah. But if they Scarf Ape, you can just bring it in and probably win the game. Yeah, Apes definitely Scarf them. No, it's Mach Punch. Never mind. I mean, I feel like you should have just gone. If Swallow was not carrying Quick Attack, it should have been. Should have quicked it there. And now Shaver's just going to win. Seed Flare to 75. Yes, and I mean, it doesn't matter. Quiver does not have Ice Beam, so just get Paralyzing, yeah. Good win by Geo. What fucking drugs was this Rotom taking to fucking do 70? This Shaman taking to do 75 to Rotom. That's insane. It's Lefty's Rotom too. It might have some bulk. That's a wild. I assume it's Metal Plate or Miracle Seed. Like, I can't imagine A or Way does that much damage. Very cool Mesprit set. I like the Rocks in person. That's really sick. Nothing else too crazy. A pretty basic prep. You see there's the rare spares and stuff. Swallow coming makes a lot of sense. Swallow, they have a really good matchup here. I kind of wish I had Quick Attack. I don't think it would matter. Wouldn't knock out Infernape from 100. Would have been cool. We don't see Brewoom at all from Black Ice, which kind of makes sense. Brewoom's matchup was kind of weird. Like, I liked it, but I think there's reasons not to bring it. I believe that's Geo's second game, so it might move into practice. It might be his first. I don't remember. is going to our next game, and this next game is to determine who goes 3-0 in their pool, between the pool of his tables players. Both Dom and Juranis are 2-0 so far, both very, very good players. So it's sure to be a very exciting match. Looking at the matchup here, Zapdos looks okay. You just have to get the Rhyperior one down and watch out for Frosted, but Zapdos looks pretty good, honestly. And then Kingdra, Kingdra always looks good. It's a fucking Kingdra. Every matchup I see Kingdra, I'm like, oh yeah, this thing looks good. Yeah, but like, Water move, Signal Beam, like, move to hit Gyara, like, what else can you want? And then Rain, and no Scarf at Outspeed. So, like, if you give up the Rain of Kingdra, you are in a really strong position in this matchup. Kabutop's also similarly strong. It also has X-Scissor for Celebi, like, Stabs was... The Rain on Dom's side is very good here, to summarize. On Jurassi's side, though, I will say the Heatran looks very, very strong. Obviously, there's the dual waters, but neither of them wants to switch in on it. I really like Heatran. I can see like a fat Pastro set would probably with a hit from Kingdra and hit it back for a lot of damage if you really needed to. Dom's Spirit being Kabutops isn't the best, so I can see a Frost Spikes angle, but Kabutops does kind of fray out the Frost, which is the problem. And Jurassi's Celebi is going to be really important in this game to check the waters. It's also just pretty good, like, naturally here. Like, outside of, like, U-turn, Azelf, not a lot really wants to do a lot of damage to it. Even U-turns from Zapdos don't do too much if you're bulky enough. This is a tough one. I think I'm going to lean Dom here because the Rain Core is so strong, but definitely Pokemon like Gyarados and Heatran definitely can do a lot of work into Dom as well. Okay, Dom on the left, Jurassic on the right. Very cool custom. I love Jurassic's custom. We see Lop lead into Frostus. Frostus could taunt turn 1. Lop's going to switcheroo, so it's like some sort of clutch set. Nidoking and Celebi are both going to get rocks. Based on the fact that it's switching out, I'm assuming that Nidoking was Scarf. No, Celebi's going to quick fucking Trick Room. What the hell? Airjabel is 27, and Loppy's going to Choice Scarf. Okay. Nidoking's going to come in, and we're just going to U-turn. Get poisoned, but it doesn't matter. Natural Curse is going to remove it. And Rhyperior is in the Trick Room. That's very scary. He's going to go rock move the ground move here. He's going to steal it. She's going to miss. Oh, no, he called that Zapdos play perfectly. That's so sad. Wow. That Zapdos should be dead right now. That's really unfortunate. Kingdra's going to come in as Celebi's to switch. Up goes the Rain. Celebi does 50. Celebi can't Trick Room, though. However, it can't obviously stay in because it's Scarf. So Kingdra's probably going to surf and just Pastro Berry Rhyperior is not going to survive in the rain. That's a strong-ass Kingdra. In comes Heatran. Kingdra switching out to Nidoking, taking a lot from that Dragon Pulse. Wow. And Eruption. Fucking Eruption Heatran. It has to be quiet in the traditional generation. That makes sense for you to be Trick Room. Dragon Pulse on the Azelf, but Azelf's just going to U-turn here. Back into Kingdra. Dom's timer getting really low, by the way. Kingdra's going to knock out Heatran with Surf. In comes Gyarados, so this Kingdra's got to be HP Electric, right? Anyway, the Zapdos that should be dead comes in. Gyarados, do we get Dragon Dance? Yeah. The Zapdos should obviously be dead, though. Is it Scarf? It's Scarf. Wow. That is so depressing. That Zapdos should have been dead, but now it revenged the Gyarados. That's probably the end of the game. I feel so bad for Dross. That Stone Edge Miss just ended the whole game for it, pretty much. Ice Beam's going to go off. Ice Beam's not going to knock out Kingdra. Kingdra's going to Rain Dance again. We know that Frost is Scarf. Sack out the Celebi here. Can Jurassic's last Pokemon hold back the Kingdra Onslaught? It does waste a turn, but it's not. I don't think it's going to. Jurassic's last Pokemon is Starmie. Okay. Signal Beam is not going to knock it out. Let's Starmie get quick. Starmie's good. What the fuck is Trick Room Starmie? Holy shit. I've never seen that before. Psychic's going to come off. What's going to come in? Zapdos going to come in. Zapdos is only at 26. Zapdos is going to go down here. Switch out to Kabutops. Okay. Psychic. Oh, Starmie. I see. Because Starmie is fucking Life Orb. Zapdos. Oh, Zapdos get outspeed Frostus and Trick Room because they're both Scarf. Oh, no. And Zapdos is going to pick it off here. That is so unfortunate. This Zapdos should have just been dead. Oh my god. I'm not going to actually really depressing. Like, this game ended on the turn Stone Edge Miss, which was like, that Zapdos did so much work that was only enabled by dodging that Stone Edge on turn, turn 7, yeah. That ended the game. I mean, this Zapdos should have gone down, and there was like, I think Gara probably won if Zapdos went down, Starmie 0, like, That's really unfortunate. I do feel bad. I mean, yeah, this thing lived on literally 1 hit, 1 HP after 4 rock switches. And I mean, sure, I'm coming back to bite him, but I don't know. There's not much to say here. This Zapdos got 3 KOs. It only was able to because it dodged the Stone Edge. That's unfortunate. Here's what it is, though. So Dom's going to move up to 3-0. Dross going out 2-1. But Dross is pretty good differential, so I don't think he's going to have a play in anyway. However, you can never say for sure. Move on to our next game. League match 13. Here we have Kron versus Amzer. 2 DET staff members back-to-back, Dross and Kron. This is Kron's first game. This is also Amzer's first game. He came in as a replacement, so thank you to Amzer for coming in last minute and taking over this team so we didn't have to forfeit 3 games. I appreciate it. Now, looking at the matchup, I mean, Dragonite, and I would say every time I see Dragonite versus Metagross. Metagross can check it, but he cannot check it forever. And that's very true here. One second, sorry, got something in my eye. So, a little better. Okay. I also want to say Jolteon looks very strong here. I mean, yes, Rhyperior plus Braum's a pretty decent combo into it, but removing the Rhyperior also opens D-Knight a lot again. The Metagross and Amzer side is very strong here. Obviously, the only real switch in is Fortress. Yes, Suicune can come in, but doesn't like taking repeated hits if it's not running Rest. In addition, Amzer's Azelf looks pretty solid. You just have to watch out for Pursuit Drapion, which to be fair is very likely here, but it's beatable. If Amzer gets up rocks, they're probably gonna stay up because Fortress can pretty much never spin on Spiritomb. It's never breaking through that thing. Whereas Tentacruel can kind of spin on Froslass, like Surf should do 40, so eventually you can spin on it. However, Kron Game Spikes can still be very effective for him here. Magmortar's weird. It's okay here because Fire's pretty spammable, but it's slower than Suicune, so if you don't catch the Suicune with a Thunderbolt, you're just immediately forced out. And yes, you have Tentacruel, Braylon, which aren't the worst checks, but that does give Suicune just a free Calm Mind. Could be worrying. But yeah, I think I'm going to give Kron the matchup here, but it's pretty even, I'd say. And we got Lean Kron in this matchup, though. Kron on the left, Amzer on the right. We see Drapion and Azelf lead. Is it just going on to Pursuit turn 1? It is. Oh, no. That's huge for Kron. Wow. Rhyperior's going to come in, though. It's going to get taunted. Yeah, Pursuit very much exists in old gens. They're going to trade Earthquakes as the Drapion's going to get some chip, and it's going to go down. Suicune's going to come in. The switch will be obvious to Tentacruel as Suicune is going to start Calm Minding. Sludge Bomb. Oh, crit Sludge Bomb in the Tentacruel is white for him. Actually, that's just not going to knock it out. That's going to force out the Suicune, right? No. Oh, right. No, never mind. I'm stupid because of the way crits with the special up. Yep, that boost. And it's Chesta. So we're doing about 25. 2 crits. What the fuck? What drugs is this Tentacruel taking? Oh my god. 2 crit Sludge Bombs out for retries. Suicune's going to get spored. And yeah, and Braylon can just force it out. Metagross comes in on the Fortress. Interesting. Let's go quick agility. Is it packing HP Fire? It has to be if it's staying. Or Earthquake's going to do only 31. Nope. Earthquake's not going to do much. Yeah, this Fortress is really fat. One of the only gens Fortress stats are actually good enough to accomplish something. Rhyperior's going to come in as Fortress gets up rocks. Just get some Earthquake chip on it. Not a ton, but something. 2 games in a row, Rhyperior has missed Stone Edge. What the fuck? Rhyperior, I swear to God, it's the most inconsistent Pokemon of all time this stream. Wow. And we just gonna keep lots of Earthquakes, everyone. We're out here in California along the fault line right now, apparently. Rhyperior is going to knock out Fortress with another Earthquake. In comes Mesprit. Mesprit's going to U-Turn. Does take out the Rhyperior. I'm kind of surprised. That makes me think it might be a more offensive Mesprit. He's 13. I don't know. Rhyperior's pretty fat. And Mesprit's not that strong physically. Probably's going to 2-hit kill the Suicune with Body Slam. Kron's going to go back into Mesprit. It's Scarf Mesprit, but he's going to miss the Zen Headbutt. Oh no. Shadow Claw's going to do nothing. They're probably so weak. Yeah, I figured it was offensive. Ganwanberry. I have never seen a Ganwanberry in my life. I've seen some other defense boosting berries Key, but fucking Ganwan? What is that? Oh, you know what? I know what Ganwan's for. It's for Natural Gift. I don't know what type the Natural Gift for Ganwanberry is. I can only guess Fire for Fortress, but Maybe it's Ice for DNet, but yeah, that's a natural gift. That's why I gamble on Barry's area and just end up triggering, which is very funny. Anyway, Mega Ross is going to be your match. Get the boost, but D-Knight can't take it out with Earthquake. It's just Braylon left. We have the Life Orb D-Knight here. It's going to be a Scarf, Braylon, Quick Stone Edge, but I don't think it's going to be able to win the game. In comes Jolteon. So it's going to do 55. Wait. HP Flying. Never mind. That's game. Wow, I mean, well done by Kron. I mean, the pursuit on turn 1 was very heads up. It worked very well in his favor. Scarf Physical Mesmer was cool. I guess it's max attack because I can't imagine about max attack that U-turn knocks out right here from 13. It's just so weak normally. Oh, yeah. Nothing else too crazy. The Fortress doing stuff. Tentacruel being on some sort of steroids, getting 2 fucking Sludge Bomb crits in 3 attempts. Crazy. Purugly came. It kind of did stuff. I mean, it took the Suicune from really well saying something. And nothing else too crazy. Scarf Spore Braylon actually like that a lot in this matchup, but yeah, Kron's going to take home the 2-0 win, putting him up to 1-0 overall. Let's get on to our next game. Next up, we have Colby 2D versus Frito for Wii U. Frito is 1-0. I think Colby is 0-1. So, Frito that wants to win this game to move on to brackets. Colby needs to win this to stay alive. Colby actually might be 1-0. I don't remember. But anyway, no, I'm pretty sure he's 0-1 because I'm pretty sure I fucking remember if the Wingo error on Team 1. But yeah, I mean, oh wait, no, because I remember we watched Colby's game last stream. So yeah, Colby is a 6 Pokemon team, period. The bottom 2 are never coming. Yeah, so I make sure I have the right, yeah. Colby has a 6-Mon team. I don't think it's that good of a 6-Mon team here, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I know it's okay, but like, I think Frito's offense does have some potency here, especially that Honchkrow. This Honchkrow looks incredibly frightening here. Some sort of mix set is super strong with like Brave Bird and Heat Wave. It's very, very difficult for Colby to switch into. I'm pretty sure it gets superpower to nuke the Clef. So yeah, Honchkrow looking very, very strong here, and there's no real switch into it. On Colby's side, it's pretty fat team. Metagross does look really good here. I mean, obviously there's the Blastoise and Heatran, but Blastoise does get forced down chipped by Roserade really fast, and by Sand. Sand is really going to limit this Blastoise's ability to switch in. And obviously the Heatran, doesn't want to catch like an Earthquake from Metagross, obviously, or an HP Ground from Roserade, to be honest. Raikou looks okay here, but Roserade Hippowdon Clef is a bit of a tough matchup for it. It can still probably make something work, though, but honestly, if you're going to drop something, like, I could see running, like, Heatran, Flygon, Blastoise, Crest, Hitmonlee, Honchkrow in your composition here. I don't think you necessarily need Raikou in this matchup, which is crazy to say because Raikou's insane, but, like, it's a pretty rough Raikou match, if I'm going to be honest here. Flygon, like, mixed Flygon looks okay, not great. I know, I think I'm going to lead Colby here. Like, Frito has a couple big threats, like Honchkrow, surprisingly. But I think Colby's defense is really stronger. Even with only 6 months, Frito knowing exactly what's coming. Like, I know, I think Colby has a bit of an edge on matchup here. Let's get into the game. Roserade is just going to get Pursuit Trapped, and that's going to crit turn 1, taking out Roserade. Wow. That is super unfortunate. Roserade is very important in this matchup. Hippo's going to come out on rocks, but obviously with Roserade down, like, Blastoise can spin completely freely here. It's going to Toxic, though, into the Tentacruel. But now it's just going to spin this turn, surely. Tentacruel's got Icy Wind. That's going to do literally nothing, yeah. Zen Headbutt on Blastoise. Interesting. I guess that covers both Roserade and Tentacruel. I get it. Blastoise going to, obviously, the Sand's going to get lefties. Blastoise going to take a Choice Scarf as Metagross is going to get lefties. So this is going to start chipping Blastoise down here. It's locked into Waterfall now, so it can't spin this like while it's on the field right now. Clef is going to come in and take virtually nothing. Blastoise is going to continue clicking Waterfall, though, so Clef is going to Toxic it. This Blastoise is now taking a Wild Chip really fast. Honchkrow comes in. What's Clef going to collect? Just Wish. So it is on the field. What's it going to do? Clef is going to protect as Honchkrow is just going to Night Slash, okay? Clearly it is Super Luck, so that's big. Night Slash is going to do 54. So I guess Super Luck means the Pursuit Critter wasn't as unlikely, but still pretty lucky. Clef is going to protect again. Honchkrow is going to keep doing Night Slash, but it is taking chip from Sand here. It's getting damaged pretty heavily. Hippo is going to be the switch in as Night Slash fires off and gets the crit, 66%. Hippo is out of range of another one if it doesn't crit, though. 33, a Hippo can just slack that off. Yep. And Honchkrow is just taking so much damage from Sand over time. Another crit. Well, I mean, that is super luck for you, right? That's why you run super luck. It's going to do a ton to Hippo. Mega Grass is going to come in and knock out the Honchkrow, but this Honchkrow is more than pulled its weight. It pursuit trapped the Roserade and took out the Hippo. Like, well, very well done for a Honchkrow. Flying Gun's going to come in on the Mega Grass. Quick Earthquake, but Crest is a very easy switch in for Colby. Fire's just going to U-turn. Getting off a fat 30. That's not bad. Well, okay, with a life orb, but when doing first super effect, that's a little bad. Crest is going to start Calm Minding. Blastoise is... We know that Blastoise is toxic, though, and because it's Scarf, it will also be the Crest. It's going to toxic the Crest. Does Crest have rest, though, is the question. Probably because it's on a Sand team, if I had to guess. It's going to keep cooking toxic as Crest is going to rest up. Now this Blastoise is, like, really forced out. I guess you could just sack it, but I don't know. I feel like I would preserve it as a sack here, yeah. Swalot's going to be the switch in. Okay, so he's going to go Encore. He's going to go Encore this turn for sure, 100%. Crest is going to stay asleep. Is it going Encore? It's just going to boom. Never mind. Okay, it's just going to boom. When we're doing 47, well, it's nothing. When a neutral boom does less than half, you know a Pokemon's attack size is weak. But there's a second boom. Yeah, that's how you beat Crest. You just double boom on it. Fair enough. That is a way to beat Crest for sure. Fire's just going to U-turn out, getting off a good chip on Clef. Going to sack the Blastoise, but Clef is just going to fire off a Wish. What is Frito's last Pokemon? He's just going to bring the Flygon back in. Okay. Fire's going to Earthquake, do 61. Wow, that's a wild damage. Toxic Clef is going to miss. That's unfortunate. Go protect from the leftovers. You might as well. And Earthquake's going to do 59. Oh my god. What's this Clef going to click here? It's just going to Wish. I mean, it can protect off it, though. So, pretty good position for Colby so far. I mean, Flygon just keep taking Life Orb chip on this sequence every time. Earthquake doing 62. Yeah, but I mean, that's not really making progress. It's just taking 10% every other turn. It's also going to run out of Earthquakes. It's down just 9 of them. 67, that's a good chunk, though. That one is not going to be healed off by a Swish Protect in lefties. It's just, I mean, we're just going to keep going. Earthquake's going to do 63. Okay, that's not enough to, like, actually make progress here. Yep, we're just going to keep wishing and protecting. It might as well. And it's down to just 5 Earthquakes now. It only has 2 more Life Orb hits anyway, so I couldn't use all of them. Earthquake is do 69. Wow, that's big. Wish on Clef. You obviously protect here, but now it might be in range of the next one depending on the damage roll. If it gets the high roll, it will knock out here. What's it going to do? Sack off the Tentacruel so it dies to Life Orb. Fair enough. Keeping Clef healthy is probably important. And Frio's last Pokemon is Raikou. The Raikou did come. Okay. Go quick Magnetize is the Mega Drive. Oh shit, is this Raikou going to win the end game though? Is it gonna be a Raikou moment where it just wins the end game because it's Raikou, it's broken? No Zen Headbutt, Mega Bash only just 38, no boost. This might be it, folks. Fern was good, take out Metagross. I don't think Clef can live 2 from 69 though. Thunderbolt's gonna do 47, yeah, Clef probably can't, it's gonna Wish. But surely Raikou's just gonna Calm Mind this turn. No, it's just going to Thunderbolt. Clefable calling that, but yeah. I mean, Raikou doing Raikou things and winning the end game when the team's on its back. That's going to be a win for Frito, putting him up to 2-0. So he's moving into bracket. I believe that knocks out Colby. Double boom into Crest makes a lot of sense, and this Honchkrow did so much work. Super Luck is a crazy ability with Gen 4 crits, I'm not going to lie. Visco Blasters was neat. And of course, the Magnetized Raikou makes a lot of sense into Hippo. If Colby was a bit more experienced, he may have known about the tech. Magnetize is a pretty common tech on Raikou. And maybe Pax and Headbutt, but I guess you have to run Earthquake for Heat Trap. If he had space, I don't know. I don't know what his 4th move was here. And then obviously Hippo kind of loses this if you don't run Roar. But yeah, a good win for Friedel there. Let's get the next one going. We have JJ Galls versus Bonana 19. I do not remember the records of these players, so I'm just going to not talk about it. So looking at the matchup, we're going to start with the Metagross as always. I mean, yeah, Meteor Mash plus Earthquake kind of smokes here. Agility's really strong. I mean, you have to watch out for, like, Scarfers, I guess. But, yeah, Agility Metagross looks crazy here. And you can even run Bullet Punch to hit, like, Scarf Aerodactyl or Scarf Azo if you're worried about them. It's not like you need a third attacking move. You can just Meteor Mash Earthquake Bullet Punch. That's pretty damn good. And then, Rotom's also very good here. I mean, not much really wants to take it down. Not much really wants to switch into it either, to be honest. Like, Shaman's your best switch in, but Rotom can obviously just overheat, or if he really wants to, Blizzard it. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's kind of like these teams feel kind of low power compared to a lot of the ones we've seen. These teams both have a lot of mid tiers, which is not something you see very often. It's actually really interesting. I always think this matchup very cool. Drapion's a good Azo check, of course. It can Pursuit Trap it, which would be big. Funnily enough, JJ Gauss's Empoleon is a big threat here. I can see an offensive set of like Pataya or Jody or something. And Grass Knot does smack Slowbro pretty hard. Empoleon's natural special attack is pretty beefy for this generation. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going Banana though. Metagross is just so good here. Metagross is like insanely good here. Let's get into the game. We have JJ Gauss on the left, Banana on the right. Ambipom lead into Empoleon. Fake out as his life form. We're going to do 18. Am's going to taunt, so Empoleon can't rock. Very good play. Very good play by Banana. Dusknoir's going to come in. As Am's just going to U-turn. So do 12. It's going to take another life form hit. In comes the Donphan. We're going to get some health back on Dusknoir. Dusknoir, yeah, I mean, just Will is going to miss his Banana gets the rocks up. That's unfortunate. Earthquake at 44. That's unfortunate. Second Will miss arrow. It is only 75% accurate, but it's still rough. Shaman's going to eat up that Earthquake like it's nothing. She's going to fire off a C4, do 94 to hit Molly. I was going to say, it's definitely a life orb Shaman. Hit Molly's natural special defense is not that bad. In comes the Dusknoir. As Emily's going to quick Blaze Kick and miss. Wow, we are just... What is this game? We are just missing all of the fire moves. Holy shit. Dusknoir's going to quick Trick Room, though. Wow. It's going to Seismic Toss, taking to hit Molly. Move is... Yep. That's very funny, though. Blaze Kick hit Molly is certainly a choice of all time. Swabber's going to come in. He's going to quick Surf. That's not going to do anything, yeah. Dusknoir's going to rest, but I'm curious what the Trick Room is for. Oh, it must be like... Is it like a slow Empoleon? Like offensive slow Empoleon, maybe? Swabber's going to Thunder Wave, obviously going to Underspeed, and Empoleon's just going to Toxic. All right. Oh, okay, the matchup. What the fuck is the Trick Room for? Oh, it's Marowak. Marowak's here. Marowak is here. He is in the back. That's what the Trick Room is for. Empoleon's going to Surf, doing 57 to Metagross, just going to protect here. Metagross is going to Earthquake, but I don't think Earthquake goes if it's not banded. Out comes Rotom Wash. Okay, as Surf's going to do another 44. This Empoleon is very offensive. The Marowak's going to be the swap in as... Oh, God. Oh, no. This is the most useless Marowak of all time. Not only did it lose its fucking Victim, its Choice Scarf on a Trick Room team. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Choice Scarf Marowak on a Trick Room team is the funniest shit ever. Anyway, I told you to Cricket very real. I'm sorry, I can't give it. Tricking a Scarf onto Marowak, which loses Victim. Oh my God, so good. Anyway, Shaman's going to quick Synthesis here. So it brings the Ice Beam. It's not going to be making that much progress. Shaman can keep Symphing until he gets pretty healthy. Slowbro's obviously just keep getting Toxic Chip anyway. Shaman's going to fire off the C4 though. Is Rindoberry's Slowbro, but it's too low. It's going to go down. Ambipom's going to come in as Dusknoir as a switch. Makes sense. Just going to U-turn though. Bit more chip on both of them. In comes the Rotom. Shallow Ball into Dusknoir. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised it's not Chestoberry if he's Rest and Trick Room on the same set. I feel like you would just want Chestoberry so that you can immediately wake up and get the Trick Room back up, but maybe I'm wrong. In comes Empoleon's going to protect on the obvious T-Bolt. Yep. There's the T-Bolt. And I just going to take out the Empoleon here. Arcanine is going to be bringing on JJ's side, okay. Yeah, it's probably going to fire Forbus here. Yeah, and that's going to do it. 48 to Donphan. That's quite an offensive Arcanine. It's lefties, but it's still pretty offensive by that damage. Shaman's going to come in as Donphan Storages, but it's not going to knock out. Is it packing Ice Shard? It is. Shaman's going to go down. Wow, that's huge. Azelf is the bring in here. Azelf in a very strong position. It's going to Psychic. That should knock out Donphan, yeah. And I'm just going to come in. Quick fake out, but Dusknoir just being alive kind of nullifies that. Just go U-turn. That's crazy play by Monea risking the speed tie. Wow, I do not agree with that. Anyway, Metagross is going to come in. It's going to quick Agility. Dusknoir doesn't have the Bear's Lair sweep turn, so it cannot Trick Room here. Metagross is going to Meteor Mash, taking out Dusknoir. It's going to get the boost. It is a super frightening Metagross now. Oh my god. Does Marowak live +1 Meteor Mash? It does. Oh my god. Yes, the second boost, but Marowak's going to knock it out. Never mind. Without the Fit Club, the Shuckleberry only just 35. My god. That's probably adamant too. They only just 35 because of the losing the Fit Club. That is so funny. Oh man. Arcane's got E-Speed though. That's so funny. This Marowak sequence is just the funniest shit of all time. Arcane's gonna call that and just flare wits out. Wow, crazy play by JJ, but I guess he did kind of need to go for the Hail Mary. Fake Out's gonna knock out Arcanine. It might come down to a speed tie here. But you switch out to Metagross first, sack it, and then you go off the Fake Out. But I think it's gonna come down to a speed tie anyway. Unless the Ace of a Scarf. Oh god, Fake Out crit. It was a roll, and then obviously if it's a Scarf, but wow. I mean, this is a pretty good game in the Marowak game at a level of comedy too, which was funny, but Ambipom doing tons of work here. Wow, I'm kind of surprised, especially because they even show off like a move to hit Dusknoir or Empoleon. Really just kept U-turning around, getting in his frets. Interesting game only. I like the Trick Room Dusknoir into Fit Club Marowak strat. That's a really cool idea. Didn't really work because Marowak lost his Fit Club, but it was a cool idea. Joey Metagross makes a lot of sense. Geostorm was pretty good here. I do really like the offensive Empoleon. The water resist on this team are not great, and Toxin Slowbro is also big. Offensive Arcanine makes a lot of sense. Again, fire resist aren't great. You do have to watch out for Slowbro, but he does have our methods of dealing with Slowbro. Yeah, pretty good game. Yeah, the crit it probably was roll. I think Bonea always had this, but wow, what a game. I still can't get over that. We'll get this. Marowak, Choice Scarf, Dusknoir, Trick Room. It's just the funniest shit ever. Oh my god. It's so good. Okay, let's move on to the next game. If I kept that game open, I would keep talking about it, so I have to close that tab. The next one, we have Nat03 versus King Clyde. I'm pretty sure both these players are 1-0 so far. I'm like 9% sure of that. We just see a Crest Mirror. And both sides have decent checks in. They both have pretty solid dark types. And Clyde also has like Rotom, which is pretty decent to it as well if it doesn't get too many Calm Minds up. I will say though, Nat's Gyarados looks very scary here. Not good water resist. I don't even think you need Dragon Dance here. I feel like you just swim like Bound. Just swim Choice Band and click the button. I mean, actually no, it's really slow here. You probably need to Dragon Dance, but it's not like you don't have opportunities to Dragon Dance on this team for sure. Infernape looks pretty solid. Obviously, two good fighting resist and one good fire resist, but like if you can get your Predict's actually really good, you can also just U-turn out into Gyarados on Arcanine. Arcanine is running too much bulk. Gyarados can just force it out. In terms of hazards, we do see Donphan is going to be pretty shit on by this Rotom. Like, Rotom is pretty good at stopping it. But maybe Nat can Pursuit Trap the Rotom to effectively get in Donphan. You would probably need a Whelm on the Spiritomb, though, because of the threat of Will-O-Wisp. But yeah, those spikes from King Clyde are very frightening here. I will say, though, King Clyde's own... Yeah. Both King Clyde's other hazards are strong too. Toxic Spikes helps with the Drapion, helps with Infernape, really helps with Spiritomb. The Spiritomb's getting chip on, that's huge. And Sceptile, I don't think the Sand Slash comes, so I think if that gets up, Rocks are going to stay up. But those aren't the end of the world for Clyde. Obviously, he doesn't want them up. It's not the end of the world. Magneton could definitely come to... Oh, I didn't even notice. It's also a Sceptile here. Very funny. Magneton could also come for the Skarmory. It's not great to Resting Team, but I can see it. If you're going to drop anything from Magneton, I guess it's probably Sceptile. I feel like the other 5 are too important. But losing Sceptile does get rid of your chance at winning the speed game, which is not ideal. And King Clyde Sceptile looks pretty good here on its own. I don't know. I can't call this one. I think it's pretty close. Both sides have really good tools. Maybe winning Clyde just because of the hazard advantage. Let's get into it. We have Nathan versus Clyde. We see the lead Magneton trying to catch Skarmory, but it's not going to do it. In comes the Spiritomb. It's just going to Dark Pulse here to do 24 to that Skarmory. That's virtually nothing. Skarmory's going to get up rocks. Magneton is going to come in, but it's Shed Shell Skarm, of course. Makes sense. I guess Magneton did force best. Ooh, a power on the Rotom. That's really rough. Crit overheat is going to do damage back, but yeah. Wow, how the fuck did my chat stopped? I missed like all of your messages recently. Since like the Bakaheen, what the hell? I'm just gonna pause for a second. I catch up. Geo saying with Scarf Mach Punch, very very nice. Yeah, cute. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Raikou moment as so the only man I won't, yeah. And then most lucid Marowak of all time saving it. Yeah, it's so good. It's the saga of Marowak. Sorry, for some reason I just didn't see your message. It wasn't scrolling at all for me. But anyway, back to this game. We get rocks up. Sceptile's good. Grass Knot. Spiritomb is surprisingly heavy for a ghost. That's good damage. Dark Pulse doing 47. So this will be forced out into Magneton. Specs is holy shit. Specs for never mind. It's not Specs at all. Wait 1 second. What was that? Oh, it's Spiritomb. Okay, I get it. That makes more sense. I was like, you see Gaslight in chat, but never mind. Sceptile is just gonna hook sub and obviously can leech seed here. Yep, it's gonna be running it. Psychic's gonna break that sub, but if Sceptile's running taunt, it's a really good position here. In comes the Arcanine. Sceptile's gonna sub again. It is. That's a very strong positioning for Nathan. Another Leech Seed into the Arcanine. Arcanine's just going to roar, though, so Sceptile will not be getting health back. However, the Crest will be getting health back. We do see Morning Sun as the Toxic comes off. The Drampion's going to come in. It's not going to pursue, though. It's going to Swords Dance. No, it's going to Toxic Spike. Okay. Roam's a very easy switch, but Donovan's going to roar, so if this Roam wants to spin block, he's going to have to take more hazard chip. Crest is going to Moonlight. Yeah, and then in comes the Crest on a Shadow Ball, just 54, it's good damage. It's got the Roam's get fully powered and taken well by Shadow Ball. It's gonna get no. It's ooh, that's unfortunate. 2 full power Alice to say a row. That's really rough. Shadow Ball from Crest going to hit that Rotom. Drapion gonna come in, switch out again. Is clearly not running pursuit. Then Spiritomb is going to get poisoned, and Drapion's throwing both Toxic Spikes and Swords Dance. A very interesting set. Go quick Night Slash with Sniper. I mean the crit doesn't matter there, but fair enough. If you're going Sniper, you might as well run Night Slash over the Crunch. The Infernape's going to come in. Arcanine's a very free switch in here. Is it going to quick Earthquake? No, it's just going to close combat. That does not knock out the Arcanine. Now Infernape's going to be forced out with the threat of Extreme Speed. Or not, it's just going to stay in. Fair enough. I mean, if that Arcanine was Extreme Speed, it was really bad for him, though. Skarmory's going to come in, calling it being choiced. Maybe the... No, Arcanine was... I don't know. Anyway, Donphin's going to be warming it in here. More and more chip on it. It could try and spin, honestly. I would not be against that play because Roam's down. But Crest is going to be a switch in here. Crest go Lunar Dance, healing up the Donphin. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. Whirlwind's going to switch it out. Sceptile comes in. Sceptile getting poisoned is really rough for this set. Yep, Donphin is going to come in. And Infernape's trying to get dragged in. So Infernape can't fire if he attack here. He's going to presumably Flare Blitz. Or just U-turn, okay. Back to Donphin. Sure is going to spin here, right? Yeah, it's going to Final Gear of the Hazards. That's going to be a great crit from Night Slash. Donphin is in range of another one, but the Drapion's going to Swords Dance. Wow. As the Donphin spins, why is he switching? You could have just knocked this out. I'm confused. Okay, I guess he wants to get the Hazards back up, but now you're swinging Infernape in. Back to the Drapion. Flare Blitz's going to do a negligible recross. Minus 0%. Very funny. Hey, presumably this is your... Well, he's made as a Scarf Sceptile. I don't know. This Sceptile is going to click HP Flying, I presume. But it's a Speed Titan. Actually, just going to knock it out. But I don't think Infernape can win this endgame. Like, the Crest is way too healthy, yeah. And yeah, a big win for the... Oh, I didn't realize that the Donphin had tripped a Scarf earlier. That's why I kept bringing Mappersman. Fair enough. Anyway, yeah, I mean, we see on here just the Shed Shell worked. Yeah, Scarm did so much. Shed Shell's really good. Really good prep on both sides. I liked it a lot. I mean, Magnus obviously pretty good here. Very nice crest set. I really like that set here. Neat Sceptile. Clyde really impressed me with his prep here, though. Like, we had the trick crest kind of neutering the Donphan super early. Then we had the Scarm just doing Scarm things, but the Shed Shell is obviously respecting Magneton, very important. Interesting Sceptile in this Toxic Flake Source in his draft has a really cool hybrid set. I like that a lot. It definitely was very effective here. Move on to our next one. So now we have two, I'm going to call them rising stars in the draft community. Both have been doing very well in high-level play recently, but primarily in Scarlet and Violet, interesting. So I don't think either of them have that much DPP experience. However, I know DGS is already 1-0. I think Swaggy Boy is 0-1. I think he played his first game already. So DGS could move into bracket with this game. Let's get into the matchup. First off, both sides have a Gengar, Skarmory, and Claydol, but one side got conspicuously much better pairing with Gengar and Skarmory than the other. Unfortunately, Swaggy Boy was a replacement mid-draft. And so by the time he was up, he just had to make 3 picks immediately. And Gengar Lucario Skarm is not the worst, but obviously not as good as this. I mean, DGS's team is kind of just a better version of Swaggy's, if I'm going to be honest. Which is a bit rough, but that's how it goes sometimes. Swaggy's still, it's not a bad team, though. Things I'm noticing, Jolteon's very, very strong here. Claydol's the only real check, and a couple Shallow Balls will wear that thing down really fast. We do see 2 Claydols and 2 Gengars, so realistically, hazards are going to be kind of hard to keep up here for either side. Both Skarms are going to be spiking, but the Claydol can come in pretty easily on it and just start spinning. So yeah, I think it's going to be a mostly hazardless game. But that heavily favors DJS because Dragonite and Entei hate hazards. Jolteon doesn't love them either, so yeah, I think the fact that they both have a similar spin-blocker setter matchup really favors DJS here. This Dragonite is just monstrous. I mean, yes, you have Milotic, yes, you have Skarmory, but I know, those things both kind of lose to Jolteon. Jolteon's really fucking good here. I don't mind Sceptile's matchup. I think a mix set could be pretty good. A Life Orb HP Fire will hit, or HP, it's probably HP Fire, will hit Skarmory for pretty good damage if you can catch on the switch in. It's not like much else really wants to switch in on Sceptile here. So yeah, I'm going to give the matchup to DJS, though. That Dragonite's just so strong, and him having the advantage with the inability of your side to really keep up hazards. Jolteon lead into Houndoom. Houndoom's going to Scarf Dark Pulse doing 46. Jolteon's going to sub, though. Ooh, Jolteon's already down at 36%. Jolteon's going to Thunderbolt, but he's going to be forced out here. Skarmory is the switch, and it does resist Dark in this gen. It will force out the Scarf Marowak. In comes Swaggy Skarmory, as DGS is going to get Brox. DGS is going to bring in Dragonite. Very good play, just taking advantage of the... Oh my god, that's probably... No, Special Life Orb makes a lot of sense here. I mean, yeah, it nukes the Skarmory, and now with both rocks on both sides, first off, his DI didn't take rocks, and secondly, Sturdy doesn't work that way in this gen. Sturdy is not focused. But now the other thing is, with these rocks, once Claydol spins them, Dragonite's going to be going apeshit. Sceptile's going to come in. It's going to quick Heat Power Ice, presumably. Focus Blast can knock out a Skarmory, so if your Claydol spins, neither side's getting rocks anymore. In comes the Gengar. Lucario's not a great switch in, I'm not going to lie. Saddleball does 31. He is going to force it out into Claydol. Lucario's going to crunch, though. That's a bit of a rough spot for DJS here because now he goes to Poliwrath, yeah, but now this Claydol's really low. It's going to be hard to remove the rocks. I'm happy to see Poliwrath. I love this Pokemon. It's really cool. I think it's a really neat low tier in a lot of generations. It's going to take out the Houndoom of Surf. Presumably Sceptile comes in here? Yeah, it does. Getting RB to switch in here. Sceptile clicks Energy Ball. Gets a Queen 37. That's not bad damage. However, Gengar is going to take it out with Shallow Ball. In comes Claydol, presumably it's Kasib Berry. Anyway, DJS is going to switch as Claydol clicks Psychic. I assume they might trade spins here. Cuss that berry from DJS, clicking Boom. That's going to prevent Swaggy Boy from spinning, except that DJS saying, okay. DJS basically saying, okay, I have Hazards up, you have Hazards up. I think it's more effective for me to keep mine up than to spin them away. And I mean, that worked. Preventing Claydol from spinning could be really big here. I mean, Swaggy's Gengar is going to take some chip here. DGS's Gengar is presumably going to win the Scarf Gengar speed tie. Lucario's going to come in. It should take the Shadow Ball, but it's definitely too late. It's good agility. Oh, wait, but DD has E-Speed. It doesn't matter. DD has E-Speed. You sure we have E-Speed? Oh, it's Y4, anyway. It doesn't matter. So, big win for DGS here. Pretty dominant, also. He kind of was in control the entire game. I mean, he barely cooked any moves with most of his Pokemon. He kind of just was in control. I mean, Y4 D-Knight taking out Skarmory so early. Having really good pivots into everything. I mean, that boom with Quaid Alter and to cuss that boom, that was really, really heads up to realize that he was better off keeping the hazards up than getting rid of them. Very smart. Yeah, I mean, Priya win and Poliwrath did something that always makes me happy. So DGS will advance to brackets. Alright, on to our next game. So here we have Dom again versus Spelly. So Dom, obviously we saw his game versus draw. So I guess I guess Dom was only one on that time. I don't remember. Weird. I could have sworn Dom played this game. I know I'm losing my mind. But anyway, Dom is 2-0 at this point. Spelly I think is 0-1. Getting into the matchup, I mean, Spelly kind of has the 6-mon team. I mean, Muck is kind of real, but not in this matchup. So Dom knows exactly what 6 Spelly is bringing. And honestly, these 6 don't look that good here. I mean, there's no water resist. Kingdra and Kabutops go burr. Like, what do you want me to say? There's nothing Spelly can do about it. I mean, Scarf Arrow helps, but like, it does help with Kabutops. Kabutops just Aqua Jet you. It helps with Kingdra a bit, but you need chip on the Kingdra, which is going to be easier said than done. Yes, like, Dom has decent checks to Zapdos, but being able to eliminate Skarm is a problem. Azev looks very solid. Like, nothing really switched into it either. Yeah, I mean, this match was just an offensive dream for Dom. Like, holy shit. I don't know. I don't see a possible line for Spelly to win this game, but maybe they can prove me wrong. Let's get into it. Dom on the left, Spelly on the right. Arrow and Kingdra. Arrow's just going to taunt. Kingdra's got Icy Wind to break the sash. Very nice tech. But it's going to switch as Swampert comes in. Arrow's going to switch out as Azov's going to Grass Knot, taking it out. In comes the Rotom, frightening it out. The Azov is just going to get Thunderbolt, do minimal damage to Wapani. Wapani's going to quick rain. This is Wapani doing lots of work for Dom, I have to say. In comes the Kingdra. Yeah, you cannot spike there, my dude. You are in such danger. Surf is going to do 96. I mean, wow, that's a gigantic crit. I mean, that crit might just end the game. Like, Crestcore, we could take 2. Okay, you know what? This might be Skull Blend Sniper, to be honest. This might not even be fucking Swift Swim. And I would not even be surprised if it's Skull Blend Sniper. Like, no, he ran right. But, I mean, 2 crits. I would not be surprised if it's Skull Blends based on double crits, but I could be wrong. In comes Skarmory. I mean, yeah, everything dies. Like, what do you want me to say? There is no water resist. Like, everything fucking dies. Rotom lives, but Thunderbolt doesn't even KO. Holy shit. Switching out to Zapdos. I mean, yeah. On the Thunderbolt, only going to take 35. Zapdos packing a move to hit this. It's just, yeah, I mean, Thunderbolt obviously is so low. What's Spelly's last Pokemon? Spelly's last Pokemon is Heracross, obviously. He's not going to bring you other poison types here. Storage isn't going to knock out. Zapdos is going to sub. It's going to fail to substitute, though. But that doesn't mean Scarf, Stone Edge, you just go Red Sealing with the game, yeah. Yeah, I mean, complete domination from Dom here. This game was not close. Double Stone Edge Miss is very funny. It doesn't matter. Triple Stone Edge Miss. Hilarious. Actually, let me look at this. Stone Edge. This Pokemon... Click Stone Edge 4 times, it missed 3 of them, and when it hit, it used 2 PP because it hit Zapdos. Or it missed it. Oh my god. Anyway, Thunder's gonna go off. It's gonna powerless to Heracross. If Heracross was in Scarf, maybe it could have done something, but yeah, no. We've got yeah. I mean, what do you want me to say? Look at this matchup and look at Kingdra. There's nothing Spelly could have done. What, are you gonna bring the fucking Tentacool and get destroyed by Draco Meteor anyway? I don't know, like, this was just a wash. In all meanings of the word, including the pun. Like, I mean, I don't think Spelly was ever winning this game in a matchup. I think it was hard-pressed to even have a chance to get a KO here, if I'm going to be honest. So, yeah, huge win for Dom. Get into our second to last game of the stream. We have MJF Blaze versus Adamant. So, fun fact, Adamant posted all 3 of his replays at the same time. However, you might notice we are on game 19. That's right, we are only watching 2 of his free replays right now. The third one is on the dock, but I'm going to save that for next stream. Jerkum Banharam, yeah, I guess. But I am going to save Adam's last replay for next stream. 1, because we're out of space, and 2, because screw you, dude, don't upload that 3 at once. That's kind of a dick move. I hate when people do that. But anyway, yeah, let's get into the matchup. So we see Blaze versus Adamant here. So getting into it, first thing I'm noticing is Raikou goes fucking berserk. I mean, Churro's right here. First off, you have to call correctly if Raikou's running HP Water or HP Grass. And you have to get the right resist bear. If you get it wrong, like your Rhyperior just dies. So that's not great. I also know on Blaze's side, Breloom looks really solid here. Like, Breloom looks really, really solid. You can if you catch the Skarm with a Spore, and then you can gain in later, you can get in really big progress. But honestly, Blaze can have trouble breaking through the defense, of course. Skarm plus Mesprit plus Snorlax is really difficult for him to break through. He is kind of limiting offense. Blaze does have this rain mode with Qwilfish, Woolycola, Relicanth. And I guess that could be okay here, because like the water resist Blastoise doesn't take on Woolycola, but I don't know. I don't love it. Woolycola is definitely a threat, but I feel like if Woolycola comes, it's just going to bring its own rain instead of setting up with someone else. But I don't know, I could be wrong, but yeah, I think I have to give this matchup to Adamant here. Let's go into it. Blaze on the right, Adamant, formerly known as Astoria. Blaze on the left, Adamant, formerly known as Astoria on the right. By the way, back in the day, I ran a Draft League World Cup before the Smogon one. Long time. This is in 2019 and 2020. And Astoria was one of the captains of Team Ostro, which won the 3rd edition, the final edition. So, fun fact for you guys who are new to draft and weren't around 5 years ago like I was. It's Heat-Proof Bronzong because the burn only does 6. A very funny interaction you very rarely see. You usually do not see Heat-Proof burn ever come to play, but it only takes 6%. Bronzong is going to... The burn to Gyro Ball's not even going to break the sub. Wow. That's unfortunate, yeah. It's just wasting these rain turns, yeah. It is unfortunate. Same range of another Shallow Ball because of the... But it's going to sub here, obviously, yeah. And Banyan can just take it out now. Stay by a sub, that's huge. Custap Berry coming off way really doesn't matter. Sears gonna come in just quick U-turn, okay. But Banyan can fire off a move here. It's gonna Bandit's running trick. What the fuck? This Bandit is putting in so much overtime, and the Relicamp's gonna get burned. Oh my god, this is the most value Bandit ever. Holy shit. Skarms can actually go faster because this is obviously in rain. Head Smash only doing 24. It wouldn't even 2-hit KO'd without the... Life Orb Head Smash does not 2-hit KO Skarm without the burn. That is the... God, I love Relicanth. His design is so cool, but he's so bad, man. Head Smash not even 2-hit KOing. It's just like, this feels so bad. And Skarm's can have all 3 spikes. Just get Head Smash again, but Skarm can just roost here. I mean, Relicanth goes down, so maybe it can't. I assume... Trick Room is gone. In comes Woolycola. But Snorlax is a very good check to it. Yeah, so Surf's only do 38. That's with a Life Orb too. Out comes the Scizor. Snorlax is going to buy some. Is looking at the para. It is. That's unfortunate for Blaze, of course. Scizor is going to Pursuit Trap. And get a crit. That Snorlax is now crit. Oh, never mind. So, but still, 45 makes that Snorlax much weaker. Skarmory is going to Brave Bird getting some chip on this Uxie. Snorlax is going to come back in. Let's Uxie go quick. Another Rain Dance. He's going all in on this range trap. You turn out into Scizor here. Take the 25 from the spikes. Snorlax is going to boom. This actually opens up Woolycola a lot, though. The Raikou is going to come in. Is this thing Scarf? It is. And Scarf Raikou does outspeed +2 Woolycola. Thunder is going to do huge damage. In comes the Uxie. Going to do 40. Uxie's going to Memento. Blaze is putting it all on this last Pokemon. What is it? Is Qwilfish. I mean, you're on go with... There's no way. There's no way you go with -2. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Scarf Thunder Raikou, very cool. I'm assuming it's also backing Thunderball in the same set. It would be kind of weird not to. But yeah, I mean, Blaze didn't even bring the Rhyperior, which should be a kind of rough matchup, but Raikou's so threatening into rain, you kind of have to. I think you kind of need the Rhyperior. It also helped a lot of the Snorlax, but yeah. Very dominant win from Astoria. I mean, 4-0, only revealing 4 Pokemon. Like, in one of the knockouts with your own Snorlax booming. Like, this is an incredibly dominant game. Very, very good. I mean, we saw the rain mode on Blaze's team. Also, like, full rain, but we didn't even see the Blastoise come out, which is the water resist. So, like, yeah, you just never got a foothold in this game. Okay, let's go on to Astoria's second game. So, our final game for the stream is Mata versus Astoria. So, now we have a very, very good player here, Mata. They have a custom. I know are pretty decent smoking from what I remember. Versus Astoria, who obviously just won that last game in a very dominant fashion. And funnily enough, Astoria is fighting Scizor Rain again, except a much more well-composed version of the Scizor Rain that's not like dog shit. Like, I'm sorry, this Scizor Rain on Team 19 is just like, this team is so bad, dude. I don't even know if they used all their points. This team is so bad. But anyway, let's go to game 20, where it is a real Rain team. We see Kingdra, Kabutops, like the classic Rain core, but we also see Scizor and Celebi taking advantage of it. Mesprit, a really good setter. Polygraph's interesting, helps check opposing waters. Not a bad pick here. It doesn't get Swift Swim until Gen 5, though. Going into the actual matchup itself, I mean, holy Raikou. I mean, look at this. You HP Ice the Flygon, you Signal Beam the Celebi, and everything else dies. I mean, Raikou also can just, like, click a Calm Mind and very well can be done about it. You probably want to Shucka to cover Scarf Flygon, and I'm like, what the fuck does Mata do? Mata's Kingdra does look very good here, though. However, a combination of Snorlax and Blastoise does make it kind of hard for it to break through a team. If it tries to run physical to break through those, it can't really hit Skarm. So this defense, of course, pretty good stuffing Kingdra. Same with Kabutops. Kabutops can't really break the combination of Skarm and Blastoise that well. I do think Mata's Celebi is very good here. I can see it being offensive, like just like maybe like clicking buttons. Also, I can see like a Specs being interesting here, and like just slamming the Skarm with HP Electric or something. I don't know. Specs is probably not the right set best. Well, first thing that pops into mind at least. Mata's Flygon probably has to run Mix because you don't have a great way to break down the Skarm otherwise. I think the Scizor looks pretty decent here. Obviously, there's some Bullet Punch resist, but its natural bulk could help it. But yeah, I mean, I think Mata, this is tough. I mean, Raikou and Snorlax are so fucking good here, but the Rain's really strong. I think I have to wean Mata on this one. No, I'm gonna give the to Astoria. I think Astoria seems a little better into the Rain than I was initially giving it credit for. Let's go into the game. We have fucking Stratagem custom avatar with, I believe that is, what's her name? Is that Ishtar from Fate? I feel like I recognize her. Anyway, I'm probably the wrong name. Anyway, Strategem's such a cool Capmon. I love this guy. Anyway, Mesprit into Bayonet. Second Bayonet lead in a row for Astoria, by the way. We are going to Shadow Claw and do Manual Damage Scissors because it's Toxic. The Skarm's going to dodge it, though. In comes Flygon. And Snorlax going to come in, eat up this Fire Blast like it's nothing. Yeah, 8%. Mesprit's on switching on U-turn. Going to take a good chip here. It is HP Fire. Scissors go live and knock out with U-turn. However, it's in range of spikes now. Mesprit's going to come in as the Bayonet to switch in. It reveals Mesprit's Damp Rock, so we do know he's packing Radiance. Shadow Claw's going to do 60. U-turn out. Is Bayonet going to run Pursuit? No, it's not running Pursuit this game. Shadow Claw does a line to that Flygon, though. Bayonet's natural 115 attack doing work. You should be proud not to recognize the character. Fair enough. I think the only Fate character I know is, what's her name? Ereshkigal, Gal, I think is her name, or maybe I don't remember if it's her name. The blonde one. There you go. I don't remember her name. Hey, we see Flygon onto Raikou. Sack off the Scizor. Signal is going to do a ton, and it's not Tanga Bear on Celebi. This Raikou's in very strong position now. It's Life Orb. Kingdra's going to come in. Surely Thunderbolt will have done a ton here. I guess you'll preserve it. Kingdra's going to Dragon Dance as his Lax is the check. It's going to Waterfall. That's not going to knock it out. His Lax going to Boom here. It's going to flinch, so it doesn't have a chance to move anyway. Anyway, we're going to take that out. In comes the Skarm. It's mixed Kingdra, but Hydro was not going to do enough. That's probably a specialty defensive Skarmory. Makes sense? It's cost to have specialty defensive Skarmory. Crazy set from Astoria. Get up the spike as Flygon U-turns out. In comes Mesprit. Mesprit is, but Skarmory's got a fucking Tailwind. What is this Skarmory set? Cuss taps, spikes, Tailwind. What the fuck? Kingdra's go Waterfall here, but I mean, Raikou's gonna come, or Blastoise come in. Blastoise does Kingdra's go Dragon says Blastoise running like average. Something knows. What the fuck? Hail Blastoise, holy shit. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. What the fuck? Astoria, what is wrong with you? Why are you running Hail Blastoise, dude? I've never seen manual Hail in DPP. This is like the worst shit ever. Like, the Scarm is already pushing it, but what the fuck? Manual Hail Blastoise. Is it gonna work? I don't fucking know, but wow. I mean, can you just go Waterfall? It's not gonna do it. Trolls Blastoise gonna click now. Roar, force it out. In comes the Flygon. Guess it's good. I mean, no, it's. Flygon's got Earthquake. Blastoise is just gonna surface. Not even packing fucking Blizzard. What the hell? It's gonna quick protect. Sure, doesn't. I guess it wants left. It doesn't even get anything out of that turn because of the Hail negating its leftovers. Or we can do 26. Blastoise is gonna surf and in Torrent that will take out the Flygon. Kabutops' fight will get to show itself. It's going to Night Slash, taking out the Blastoise. Raikou comes in. I guess Kabutops has to click Aqua J if it's packing it. It is. That does 28. That does not knock out the Raikou, but Raikou's going to go down to the Life Orb. But Kingdra's very low. Kingdra versus Bandit in the end game. Bandit's going to endure. Is this fucking Endure Custap again? I swear to God, if this is fucking Endure Custap, I'm going to scream. I don't know how to process this. Astoria is cooking, but he's burning down the kitchen. And he burned down the kitchen and somehow made a 5-star meal out of it. What the fuck? We saw Custap and Bandit beat a Kingdra. We saw Custap Tailwind Skarmory. We saw Manual Hail Blastoise. What the fuck? I mean, pretty basic Raikou actually, an interesting mess, but I mean, man, the prep on like Mata sign was fine, but what the fuck did I just see? Oh my god. Well, Astoria really cooking in these last 2 games. However, for his 3rd game against Konpeito, we're gonna have to wait for next stream. That will be a cliffhanger. I will show the matchup though, so y'all can start marinating if you want. Here's the next game, Astoria versus Konpeito, and we will check that out tomorrow, probably actually Sunday, because I have a lot going on tomorrow. But yeah, have a good night, everyone.